Alright. Talewarden Riders of the New Day. Let's get bopped. Thank you, wifey. There we go. My poor brain was so addled by the bopping. Alright. Ooh. Whoa. We're sliding. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't have to be sideways for this one, maybe. I guess that statement might be bold. We'll find out. We'll find out. Whoosh. Yeah, sideways worked out. Oh, now you're the king of the hype train. Oh, damn. Damn. Look at you. Look what you've done. Look what you did now. Alright, this is the demo, first version. Take player through the very first moments of the game. After that, we skip some content to present the campfire mechanic where you talk to your companions. Got it. We are jumping. Does every existence have a purpose? Does every creation have a purpose? I don't know. I'm a little iffy about the onion from the last game. Do you have one? Do you? These are important things to ask ourselves every day. Why am I here? Do I have purpose? Yes. And my purpose? Cuteness. Oh yeah, I should change the info, huh? Yeah, that's crazy talk. You crazy, girl. This is why I gotta have my wife on hand, because I'm too helpless to do these things myself. I'm too helpless. I don't know how to do nothing on my own. Goodness gracious. Alright. We want to create. We want our story to exist. Will you exist for us, Talewarden? You are falling. A moment ago, you were in a different place. Your home, your room. But now, something is dragging you down. We are... Then, there is darkness. A little worried about this box and my big head's blocking right now. You wake up, gasping for air as something floods your mouth. It's cold and dark and there's pain. But when the liquid floods your vision, the need to fight it, some instinct smolders in you. Are we drowning again? I had a nickel for every time this happened on stream today. I'd have 2 nickels. Weird it happened twice. It takes ages, or seconds. You're not sure anymore. You jerk not to drown and expect more pain, but when you get up, it is gone. You cautiously survey your surroundings. The fear grips you so tightly that you dare to dwell on one thought only. What is happening? You look at your reflection distorted by ripples. You remember. Your name is... Oh, we naming. We'll just stick with... Not a random Z at the beginning. We'll stick with Zalgog. That's us. Oh, we them theys. What's going on? Where am I? You consider calling for help. Silence reigns here as if this place lay at the bottom of a forgotten chest. Interrupting this tranquility seems unwise. You decide to... Oh, we yelling. Hey! Hello? Can someone help me? I am drowning in the bottom of a crater. Should you call again? Maybe you should climb and look around. You wait for something to happen. You're not even sure what exactly, but this world is deaf to your presence. For now. Thank you, thank you. Sometimes you just gotta go with your name. You're greeted by a hostile desert drenched in weary sunset. It's an alien world. The Despidious world. Instinct whispers to you that you are not welcome here, and it's right. Ooh, we got looking around. Alright. Look at the roots. Pale roots sticking out from under the sand like the spines of underwater creatures. Hard and dry, pockmarked like corals. Got a little building out here. Beep-boop. I'll be looking at the mountains, though. You can't tell how far away the mountains are, but you fear you wouldn't reach them until the storm reaches you. Besides, you might not be the only one considering the mountains as a shelter. Your last resort would be to hide in a nearby building, but without a roof, it's not very tempting. The dark band of thunderclouds connects the sand and the sky. They curl up with unnatural grace and speed, forming a confined shape as if they're sealed in a glass case. The storm seems to be approaching you. I guess the skip is all we got left to go forward? Guess so. As you stand in the desert, you feel an inexplicable pressure. It's fear. How could it not be? But partially it's a particular sense of being observed. There's no wind, and the air is odorless. Your ears ring from the uninterrupted silence of nothingness. Soon, the wind rises, and the first thunder rumbles in the distance. The storm is getting closer. But storms don't move so fast across the sky, at least not in your world. Should you hide? There's nothing around that can shield you from the storm. Best thing to do is hide in the crater and wait it out, but what if lightning strikes while you're knee-deep in that liquid? As if mocking you, lightning cuts the sky. You'll risk your chances with the crater. Aww. I miss weather. It's like the real downside of having moved to Seattle is no more glorious desert thunderstorms. Sometimes we get one crack of thunder and then everybody posts about it on Reddit. Yay, thank you for following and thank you for hosting this event, which is incredible. Well, if it's not all my favorite games in one festival. When you listen to the sound of approaching thunder, a new sound catches your attention, the muffled shouts and rustle of sand. Something else is coming for you. You twitch as two riders appear on the edge of the crater. Their mounts are barely visible in the cloud of dust. One figure is holding a crossbow, the other tilting their head and inspecting the bottom of the crater as if looking for something. When they see you, they smile in surprise. They both jump off their mounts. It is an excellent, extravagant wish list. I know I open it and I realize that I'm scrolling half the time through the from your wish list category and it was oh, uh-oh. Heard you cry even from afar. Silly. Something else could have answered you. Good thing it was just us. We helped the lost. And the new. You've already drawn the attention of the storm. We better hurry now. The rider gives a nod to his companion. They untie something attached to their saddle. Then, they drag it along the sand with one hand while aiming at you with the other. Do you know what's going on here? Where am I? I was a comet, and now I'm in a crater. Help? The rider examines you in silence. Then, he smiles. You're in the world called Notoria. I'm... where? There'll be time for all your questions soon. Call me Ghost. This is Lima. This world is indifferent to courtesies. More reason to keep them. So, what's your name? I'm Zagog. Lima raises their crossbow slightly. Their watchful stare makes you anxious. You feel like vermin caught in a cage you've entered by yourself. Ghost nods, then points to Lima's crossbow as if by boredom. You can hide it for now. Lima glances at him, but follows the order. Ghost gracefully runs down the crater wall, his hands tucked behind his back. He stops in front of you, studying your attire. I assume it meant kind of claps behind his back real casual like this sprite looks, but I can only picture a Naruto run from the description with his hands behind his back and running. I don't know. He looks barely in his 20s. See, this is the face of somebody who would Naruto run down a crater. I'm just saying. He exudes doubtless confidence. A necklace with a mirror pendant hangs around his neck. In its reflection, something shifts, an image that doesn't belong there. But the scene changes quickly, revealing your face. He nods quickly at Lema and shifts from foot to foot. Despite his smile, he glances uneasily at his companion, then at the sky. Lema slides down after him, with the device tucked under their arm. The ease and efficiency with which they move suggests they've done this before. Their jaw is replaced by a metal implant. Their eyes are not human nor animal, but, in fact, two sparkling lenses. They look at you, not blinking once. Who are you two? We are the residents, but we once fell here just as you did, many, many sunsets ago. Here? Which is where? Here? Nowhere? Everywhere. As I said, we call this place Notoria, and we will protect you from it for now. I remember falling. Am I dead? No, you're very much alive. You cheated death. Cheated? I don't understand. You will soon. Got a few moments to chat now. You know, here's my puddle. You can drown in just 3 inches of water. You know what? This is one deadly crater. Emma gently lowers the device into the liquid. They remove a syringe-like object from it as its weight causes it to sink to the bottom. A flexible black tube links the syringe to the device, and as Emma pulls up the liquid, the canteen gradually fills with a shimmering goo. What are you doing? Gathering special resources. Those resources that almost drowned you a moment ago. Now, however, there's no trace of the liquid on your body or clothes, as if it had been absorbed immediately. You lean over and dip your hand. The liquid flows down your finger. Somehow, it's both pristine and thick as honey. What is this thing? Leave it. It won't affect you now. When you lift your fingers, the liquid is completely soaked into your skin. Lama ignores you, and Ghost looks up at the sky. I have no intention of answering you. Saw those roots on the surface, too. What are they? Keen eye. They resemble roots, so that's what we call them. However, I don't know anyone who knows exactly what they are or what they grow from. Cover most of Notoria. How come they weren't destroyed by my fall? They're completely intact. Notoria has many secrets. Did I really crash here by comet? You asking because you don't remember falling, or because you don't believe it's real? Both. All I remember is something pulling me out of my chair, then the ringing in my ears and the ground coming at me. Really, really fast. And now we're standing here. Let me saw your fall from the observation tower. Your comet, if you will. Came as quickly as we could. So, it's real. Ghost gives you a sympathetic smile. It's more sad than pitying, which makes it seem sincere. You wrap your arms around yourself more tightly. It's been a long time since someone new has fallen. I'm glad. Canteen's full. Do we have another? No, I don't travel with more than one nowadays. I mean, what for? Shit. If only she hadn't shown up, we could return here later. One canteen won't be enough. It has to be. Ghost leans over and pours the liquid into a small bottle he kept in his coat. We must hurry now, so allow me to make you an offer. You can go with us, and we will keep you safe. We can stay here, see what fate has to offer. I dare say that would be brave of you. Lightning strikes in the distance. The mounts on the edge of the crater lift their heads and wail. It's almost a human cry. She's coming. He offers you his hand. No, there's something lightly sauce. I'm staying in the crater. You see a strange recognition in Ghost's smile. Good luck. Oh, we had the you disobeyed up here. Got that we'll remember this notification. Alright. Ghost and Lima make their way up to the surface. Lima attaches the canteen to the saddle, and after a while, they ride away. As the storm rumbles on, the thunder reverberates through the crater, causing small ripples to form on the liquid. The ground quivers as if it's about to split open. You squeeze into one of the grooves in the crater wall. Dirt and pebbles fall on your head. On the surface, you saw some ruins. Maybe it'd be better to hide in there? As thunder rumbles nearby, you push yourself to climb. Sand stings your face, but you squint and focus on the desert. The storm catches up with you, roaring with rage. You can almost make out words in its wail. Rather than rain, soft feathers drift down around you as clouds cover the sky. You run toward the building, but just before you reach the cracked wall, the lightning strikes the house and stuns you. You bend down, covering your ears. The wind pulls and ragdolls you around ruthlessly. Just before everything goes black, familiar yellow lenses track you among the clouds. Did our wish come true? Can you hear us? You wake up when warm air blows into your nostrils. You open your eyes. One mount leans its head over you, caressing your cheek. Don't look Zars in the eye. You hear Ghost's voice and you rub your eyes. You decide to, you know what, I want to see him. We only got silhouettes before. Show me the pony. Despite his warning, you couldn't resist. We like that about you. Baby. The two mounts are emaciated. Oh, that's two words. That's two words becoming one. And not a word. Two mounts are emaciated to the extreme. Their bones push against their skin, which seems unnaturally smooth and shiny, like the belly of a dead fish. They look at you wisely. They have a horse-like muzzle, however. Their lips are slightly wider and their teeth are sharp, like that of a dog. You almost expected them to speak. Under your gaze, they step towards you, taking your interest as a challenge. They both bare their teeth. Their grimace unnervingly reminds you of a smile. Told you not to look them in the eye. They get restless. What happened? Pet, pet, pet. We were watching you from a short distance. Lima made a bet you wouldn't make it. You hear Lima scoff. And, well, they almost won the bet. You're trapped within four walls, with a single window next to a pocket door. Someone is watching you from the other side of the glass. The air here is musty, and the smell of metal makes you nauseous. Loud knocks echo against the metal door behind you, yet the door remains closed, and only the latch trembles with each subsequent strike. It's the storm? She's trying to come inside, but she won't succeed. She'll get bored soon and leave. Doesn't sound like she's. When you try to stand up, an intense sudden pain pierces your leg. Be careful now, you just fainted. You haven't even lost that much blood. This happen to you often? Crashing down in a comet? No. I can't say it does. You look down where it hurts. Blood has stained your clothes and seeped into the ground. Please don't panic. Here, alright. We will simply groan in disgust. I hate blood. I was gonna say, smell of metal that makes you nauseous, that's the smell of blood. Run a simplified admission procedure. But, Sheriff, they're still bleeding. Now. Lima's voice is cold and mechanical. They lean over you and one of their lenses turns red. A focused beam of light runs over your body. DNA scan reveals they're human. No weapons, no implants. What's the name of your home planet or world? Earth? Do you have any possessions with you? Why are you asking? Part of the procedure. Lima ensures that no one who enters the town poses a threat to our people. If you don't cooperate, I'll have to search you myself, even in this state. Fine. I don't have anything with me. How can you contribute to Cradletown? You can only focus on the pain. You feel the sand sticking to your wound. Only response Lemma gets from you is a grumble through your teeth. You fight? Do you have any powers? Any particular skills? Powers? I don't have any. I'm just average? A normal person? Oh, see, you gotta get the type of autism where you spend all your time thinking about how whatever skills you have would apply in a post-apocalyptic situation. It's a very important kind of neurodivergent to be. What were you doing before the fall? I started the computer. I wanted to play. Are you a scientist? Technician? Can you control technology or weave data? Weave? No. I just wanted to turn on a video game. In what purpose? For fun? Turned on a video game I wanted to play. A moment later, I woke up in the desert. Lemma and Ghost exchange confused glances. Please take me to a doctor. No, we're going with, I can make you a purr to dance, but I need a healthy leg for that. Dancing. Funny. The silence that falls is piercingly cold. Please. Ghost reaches under his coat. You notice a golden badge hooked onto his belt right next to the holstered revolver. I approve the assignation. So soon, but... Nakamura is to perform the second test. We'll continue the procedure later. Ghost ignores them and hands you a small bottle he's filled with a shimmering liquid back at the crater. That's pretty. Pour it on your wound, it'll help. I don't trust him, but I take the bottle. There's something sus going on. Something sus. Can't tell if his words are genuine or if it's a trap. The pain makes the choice for you. Without even rolling up your pant leg, you grab the bottle and pour the liquid over your wound. The bottle is empty. Ghost takes it and hides it in his coat. It will not heal otherwise. You blink a few times. Your nerves are stunned as much as you are. Your wound has sealed. When you stand up, the pain disappears as if it was never there. What? How is this possible? Oh, I owe you a silly little jig now, don't I? Aw, jeez. Oh, awkward. Rookie. You only survived the fall because this liquid began regenerating you the moment you hit the surface. We call it Nixa. So it's underground? Not quite. Whenever someone falls, the crater fills with it. Just enough to save someone's life. We did dig for it, but never found the source. It's our most valuable commodity, and the only natural remedy whose effects you've just seen. We use it as currency in medicine, but each resident of our town can only request the amount of Nixa they are entitled to. Get your share after you prove yourself useful. That is, if we decide to keep you. Why do you even want to help me? We help all who seek refuge. If they abide by our laws, we welcome them here and reward them for their good work. Where exactly are we? Cradletown. Safest place there is. The lightning strikes at the door, and the sound echoes throughout the room. Even Ghost and Lemmy step back, and the mounts whine. Alright, what'll happen to me now? So now I'm your prisoner. See, I don't distrust them this extent. I'm just a little... Or we can go with the thanks for the unusual welcome. That's just the kind of fun I'm into. Are either of you single kind of answer? Let's go with what'll happen to me now. Stay in town until we resume the admission procedure. Provide you with every comfort. Now, I'm awaited inside. Please follow us. I'll take you to the ship. Ship? What about temporary quarters? I want to keep this one close. Lamia grabs Zare's reins, and they both head towards the entrance by the window. The door opens with a buzz. You follow them in silence. You walk through the tunnel. Ghost sets the path before you, and Lamia watches your back. The mounts follow you calmly. The walls are quite uneven, as if the tunnel has been dug up and sculpted by hand. Several floral bulbs which have been hung using a string illuminate your path. You raise your hand to touch them. I wouldn't do that. You can swallow your fingers. Touch anyway. Don't touch. I'll behave. Good. Ahead of you, another door emerges from the darkness. Ghost unlocks them with the door panel and they slide open. Before you, Cradletown sits. The air is thick with the warm, comforting scent of wood, blended with a subtle sweetness that's hard to pin down. Strings of lamps stretch between buildings, illuminating the townsfolk sitting on their porches. Few of them turn their gaze to you. Lenses flash and pupils widen. Some twist their necks at unnatural angles to get a better look. This way. Ghost leads you toward a narrow alley. He walks quickly, not bothering to hide his haste. Lemma says their goodbyes and leaves, taking the mounts. You stroll down the littered street, discarded cans and crumpled papers strewn across the ground. The writing on the papers resembles magical runes. You can't decipher it. Look at these cute little star dangles. We love that. As you walk by a dimly lit porch, a couple sitting in rocking chairs notices you. One of them is missing a nose, and a small indentation on their face emits a puff of smoke. Hey, Sheriff. Found us a salvation yet? Takes time. Yeah? So does the waiting. Ho, who's that? The other person leans in. Their skin is a deep shade of blue and covered with tiny scales. They have fins for ears. Surprise blossoms on their face at the sight of you. Their cheeks blush a warm lavender color. Do not concern yourself with us. Residents immediately look away and indulge in whispers. As I said before, it's been a long time since anyone new arrived. You're sure to catch a few glimpses. As you follow Ghost to the labyrinthine streets, your eyes dart around the houses that line the way. At times, you catch sight of someone's eyes watching you from a window, but they disappear as soon as you look closer. You're not humans. Some residents are, like you and me, but others aren't. Are you disturbed by people who are different from you? Imagine being the kind of person who's like, yeah, I don't like them fish folk looking at me. We'll just go with, not just surprised. Aliens? Ha! Guess you could describe us like this, yeah. Have you all fallen here the same way I did? Yeah, we all did. Tomorrow, we'll finish the admission procedure, and I'll introduce you to townsfolk and show you around. Why not now? Now I have other duties to attend to. Here we are. You leave the tangle of alleys onto the starship? Seems as if the starship collided head-on with the mountain. While some of its walls have been patched up with metal scraps, the cockpit is completely destroyed. It leans against the wall in a slight curve, unfit for any use other than accommodation. This a real starship? Did someone crash it here? Ah, how lovely to see someone startled by our town. Yep, ship's fallen here with one of the residents. Town's creator, to be precise. Now it's home to me and my subordinates. If you ever need to visit a clinic, it's in the building on the right. There's a passageway that runs directly through the ship and leads right to it. You go to the Green Cross because the Red Cross is like the most aggressive defender of their copyright, like on God's green earth. It's like the happy birthday people, the Red Cross. And then like Disney. So you do have a doctor here. Not only Nixa? We have a healer. She treats minor injuries. For more severe wounds like the one on your leg, we turn to Nixa. You approach the starship. Ghost clicks something on the panel next to the pocket door, which, after a moment, slides open. Ghost leads you into a corridor illuminated by fluorescent lights at the ceiling. He gestures for you to go on, and as you do, something flashes at the end of the hall. A mirror. On slightly crooked legs with a golden frame, a crack spreads across the mirror like a scar, cutting your reflection in half. Why would anyone put it there? Your cabin is on the right. Sound of accelerated footsteps interrupts him. Someone is running through the corridor towards you. Ghost, it's the woman. She... no. Oh no, take me to her. For running away without any explanation, he reaches under his coat, his hands slightly shaking. I'll meet you in your cabin later. Take my journal and study the town's map, but don't wander anywhere. And we got the little, Tanabata tree over here. You making wishes? Before you fell, you switched on a game you played many times before. Everything else is a blur. What happened back there? Did someone do this to you? You ponder the faint memory of someone's voice as you were falling. Got some claw marks. Got this. Don't go into the west wing. East wing? I don't remember. Whichever wing. Beauty and the Beast moment going on. You stand quietly, a creeping sensation starts to take over once again. You tense up at the feeling of someone staring at you, perceiving you. Maybe it's your reflection, or maybe someone is peering at you from their room. You shiver. Yeah, we do. We got some customization going on here. Alright. With Ghost gone, you can either comply and stay in your cabin, or disobey him and obey Cradletown. You acquire a journal. Journal tracks mysteries and character information you gather and all the items you found. Alright. You're able to explore the area. The journal with the map will automatically display. From there, select the destination you wish to travel to. We wonder what you will discover. Ooh. Well, I was gonna stay in my cabin, but I can't say no to a saloon. Oh, a saloon with sick dragon skulls! Alright. You push the Batwing doors open. You imagine the stares you'll receive as soon as you walk in, just like in the movies. However, the noise and bustle helps you slip into the bar unnoticed. Heavy cigar smoke scratches your throat as you move through the crowd. Smell here is not only of smoke, but also something soapy. Some tables are covered with cards and glasses filled with a white clear liquid that looks like diluted milk. The liquor shelf seems mostly empty. You stop by the bar. Skulls. So many skulls. Large enough to curl up inside or thinner than a thimble. Some have multiple eye sockets. Some have horns and rows of sharp teeth that could cage you easily. You don't want to know what they belong to or why they ended up here. There are even more of them on the wall near the bar. Old-fashioned mirrors, similar to the one you saw on the starship, hang between them. Under the skulls hangs a notice board pinned with handwritten messages and posters. Yes, those notorious wanted posters. All the drawn faces seem to mock you, and there are a lot of them. You look at the ones with the highest reward quoted in Nixa milliliters. The condition is to bring them alive. The faceless musician. A shepherdess with a mantle over her shoulders, a woman adorned with jewelry and peculiar tattoos on her neck, a robot covered in moss with one eye broken, and a man with large, thick scars as if his face was chopped in half. Can I help you? The bartender wipes a glass. His beady, shining eyes focus intently on you. As you stare back at him, he snorts with amusement. Hi. I am looking respectfully. You stared at him a little too long. Did you say something? Bartender breathes heavily through his nostrils, displaying his annoyance. I'm Belbel. I see you're a newcomer. Word of the new comet has not reached me yet. Did you get an expedited admission procedure or something? I got the 50% special. I guess so. The storm caught up to us and the sheriff was busy. Great. Then they won't send an expedition to gather more Nixa. Storm destroys everything in her path. Do you see how much they collected? 1 canteen? What? So little. Said they weren't prepared. They should have been. Doesn't matter. It's not your problem. You even allowed here? Sheriff permitted you to wander only by yourself? No, not in so many words. I got. Oh, sorry. As for me, you can stay. I don't care. Ooh. So, tell me about yourself. That's me. How long have you been here? No idea. It's been so long I can barely remember my homeworld. But there was no sand. Here there's a lot of it. It's everywhere. Would you also say it's coarse and irritating? Since Cher's old squad found me, I haven't surfaced once because of that sand. What do you do here all day? Like everyone else, I try to stay sane. Liquor helps. And besides that, I visit my partners. So you never surface? Nope. Too much sand and monsters. Alright. Tell me about the skulls. Alright. These are trophies brought by hunters from the expeditions. They bring you skulls? No, I harvest skulls from what they bring me. You give the bartender a look of mild horror mixed with disgust. It forces him to elaborate. It's a little hobby of mine, and I have a creative soul. Was that elaborating? I don't know that was elaborating, actually. Alright, it's a town. You're in it. I don't know what else to tell ya. It's lasted longer than any other town on Notoria that I know of. That's because it has good rules. Sheriff doesn't hesitate to kick out anyone who causes problems. It's a good way to prevent overpopulation. There's also plenty of work here, which keeps people busy. On Notoria, ain't many things to do. Can either work in a town or commune, or live as a solvagant on the surface at the mercy of the desert. I chose Cradletown. What can you do in here? You can go entertain yourself, look for a job on the notice boards. Hell, you can even stand on the main street and sing. Some folks do that just out of boredom. Every resident is either entertaining others or creating something. Any novelty gets an applause. And Ghost allows you to stay. You can volunteer for expeditions. At least that was the case until recently. Ghost suspended all expeditions some time ago. Oh, I guess you brought him up. Tell me more about old Sheriff Ghost. What of him? I don't know. Doesn't he seem a little young? Everyone thought so too. No one took him seriously. When the founder of Cradletown announced he wanted to grant Ghost authority, many opposed the idea by submitting their candidacy. One sunset, before the founder made a decision, Ghost revealed the secrets of each candidate, things no one should have known, which humiliated them in the eyes of everyone. He promised that no one would be harmed or suffer injustice under his protection. He knew the law can't just be bureaucracy, and he won. Till this sunset, he did keep his word. Whenever trouble starts, he shows up right away with Lima and Yako, and they quickly settle the matter. But bartender leans close in and whispers, covering his snout with a handkerchief. He promised he would find a way back home, but that promise has aged like milk. Many believe that he says he's still looking for a way just to keep his badge. I think I'll be going. Be careful. You wander around, you're sure to cause a stir. Everyone saw the sheriff and Lima leave in a hurry. Once they realize you're the reason why, you'll become their biggest attraction. Symbol of hope, even. Hope for what? For change. No one talks about it out loud because Ghost has the means to hear everything, but people whisper out the need for change, and the bartender listens. Recently, Ghost hasn't made any effort to send us back home. In fact, it's become even more avoidant since that wanderer arrived in town. Who was it? He was a solvagant, came here to trade. Instead of following the proper procedure, came to my saloon and caused trouble. Said that he was kicked out of his village for a crime that he claimed he didn't commit, but there was guilt in his eyes. Then Ghost came for him and kicked him out the town. After that, Sheriff started leaving his office even less than before. Constantly busy and suspended the expeditions. No one knows why. Anyway, hope you proved to be better than that wanderer. So, saloon's open all sunset. All sunset? Yep. Actually, you're so eager to explore. Check schedule at the expedition's HQ for me. I want to know if anything changed. Okay. Thanks, kiddo. Bartender never leaves his saloon. Decide to head out, but as you turn to leave, you catch a glimpse of movement in one of the mirrors. You thought you saw the silhouette of a man, but when you quickly search for a reflection, you see no one. But others see you. Someone even invites you to a table when you walk through the Batwing door. You recall Ghost's command to stay in the starship. Despite Ghost's young appearance, he exudes an air of authority that's hard to ignore, and you consider coming back. The feeling that you're breaking some unspecified law haunts you. But maybe exploring the town a little longer won't cause any harm. I assume the mirrors are connected to Ghost, and that's how he knows everybody's secrets. Alright, yeah, no, let's go check out home. Sneak again into the ship. Find your cabin, ready to rest. Door next to you opens slightly. Something stirs in the darkness. It mumbles. You freeze and listen. A clap. Then a sharp snap as if something is being ripped apart. You complete the first half of Act 1. After the events in Act 1, you'll be sent to the surface to find the notorious Riders of the Night. They'll be your companions throughout the game. Now, we'll introduce the campfire, a major mechanic that begins in Act 2. For this demo, conversations have been shortened. Well, if it's not those wanted poster people. Hover over the character you want to talk to. Talk to all of them or skip the campfire altogether by clicking the fire. Engaging in conversations will increase your affection, which will have a big impact on your story. Look at her little hooves. We're talking to her. Zoan sits on the ground, her legs stretched out in front of her, her dress folded up. You notice that both her legs are hooved, but one of them is a metal prosthesis with tiny mechanisms attached to the side. A single branch snaps and sends sparks flying in all directions. Shit! Every single spark seems to find its way to Zohan and they bounce off her prosthesis. She jumps up, precariously shaking off her dress and bumping into you in the process. Oh, they even gave her spooky sheep eyes! That's wonderful. Oh, what brings you to me? I wanted to talk. Lucky me. What's up? Her voice carries a subtle hook, leaving you to question whether her smirk reflects sincerity or hints sarcasm. Yeah, where are you from? My world? Phew, what a heavy topic. I'm from a small mountain village. If anyone ever named my world, the tale of it didn't reach us. What was it like there? Peaceful. Boring. I'm an Ur, a shepherdess from a clan that raises ooms for wool. Do you know what a sheep is? I do. Then imagine a sheep almost 2 meters tall with a long snout and funny fur. That's what ooms are. Oh, and they can sing. Sheep don't do that, right? So, in conclusion, it was quite boring, though the singing was nice. And you? Where are you from? I'm from Earth. The sheep don't sing there. Is it peaceful there? Far from it. No wonder. You don't have ooms. Come to think of it, I do remember little from those days. Just a few events, the important ones, you know? The moments in between are almost as if they don't exist at all. Sure. I was gonna say, is that fur? Made it in my homeland. It used to be a blanket, but it shrank. Or maybe I got bigger? Maybe both. You can sew? No, but I craft. And I do art. At least I did when it was fun. Now it's not fun? It's meh now. I don't have any inspiration. Besides, what would I do with another teddy bear made from old shoes? Can't take it with me unless it's useful. My art was never useful. Anyway, my mantle's made from yarn. It's important for you to know. When you want to know me, because I'm a vegetarian and I wouldn't wear animal skin. But I can bite something non-vegetable if someone went to steal my mantle. We Urs have very strong feelings about our properties. And very sharp teeth. I see, you do have little fangies. They're very cute. It looks cute! I know. It's Notoria's latest trend. I act about predicting the future. I heard you can predict the future. How come you didn't predict that you'll meet me? It doesn't work like that. Wait, who? Ah, right. Ghost told you that. I don't predict the future. I can only glimpse into possibilities. So you can predict the possibilities with the dice? I saw you using them. Are they magical? Ha! No, far from it. They're unlucky. In my world, I once snuck into the town to see a play. I loved it. In fact, I loved it so much I leaned too hard on the railing and broke it. I stole that broken plank and ran away. Ha ha! Later, I made dice from it. So, no magic. Only bad luck. Or good luck. Depends on how you look at it. That's all you have to know. Johan does not want to talk about this now. I'll let you rest. We slayed this conversation. Welcome to the herd. I liked your wanted poster the most, so we'll talk to you. As you approach, you hear music and a bird chirping. Finch sits near the poet with Lassie on his shoulder, singing to his tune. He plays, using finely sculpted fingernails, shaping the melody into a characteristic sharp sound. One string is broken and curled up like a serpent. As you approach him, he stiffs and puts down the guitar. When he gets up, he stumbles over it. You wouldn't think a statue could reflect embarrassment in such detail. Finch tilts his head so that his hair covers his face and sinks into his poncho. I'd like to talk to you. Finch nods bashfully and pulls out his notebook. Before approaching you, he caresses the poet's shoulder as if to say goodbye. Finch hands you his notebook gently. He adjusts his hair, appearing as if all he wanted was to disappear beneath his hood. So, tell me about you. Where you from? Nothing appears on the paper for a while. Finch escapes with a look and just shakes his head. Don't want to talk about this now. Sure. Tell me about your notebook. How does your notebook work? At a leisurely pace, the words appear on the page, arranged in a connected sequence. These words are my thoughts. The notebook has been bewitched by a certain scroll speller. Sorry, you probably don't know what a scroll speller is. Well, it's not very interesting anyway. All your thoughts go here? Oh no! That would be embarrassing. Only what I decide appears here. And that's it. What about my music? You don't like it? I can stop playing at campfire if it bothers you. Oh, it's not that. I just want to know what it means to you. Oh, I just use it to way less. I found this guitar on the surface once, and it became my voice. When people see me, they mostly assume I'm tough and cold. I'm not. I'm delicate, and through music I can express it. And when I first played for Cradle Townsfolk, I felt that others saw my nature, saw real me beyond this rock. What was it? That song that you played for them? It was a simple love song I remember from my past. Can you play it now? Now? For you? No, I don't know you. I can't play it now anyway. Shame, but I do really like what you play by the fire. Oh, you mean it's weird to be perceived by a stranger after all this time, but it's also inspiring. Sorry. I shouldn't have thanked you. I really don't do well with compliments. Alright, I'll let you rest. When silence falls between you, it gets uncomfortable rather quickly. Finch brushes the sand with his shoe, and after a brief uncertainty, he reaches for his notebook, nods, and strides back to the campfire. Well, we'll continue over to the poet then. We'll move it into a circle now. The poet sits in the company of Finch. The robot and the statue gesture to each other. The poet's laugh is slightly distorted yet sincere, almost boyish in its cheerfulness. You don't want to disturb them, but the robot glances your direction and waves invitingly. Howdy! How glad I am that you joined us. Our level of familiarity requires us to get to know each other better to determine if we like each other. That's why I'm here, I think. I wanted to talk to you. With me? What a pleasure. So, what's up? Can you kindly tell me what's going on in Cradletown? Cradletown itself seemed tired. The poet squints his eyes. Something in his forearm rustles as he corrects his hat in a haughty manner. Tired? I don't know how I could describe it any other way. It seemed old, even with people everywhere. There were so many mirrors. Who put them there? Sheriff. He believed they were meant to protect the town, but until now, thought most of them would break. I'm glad they at least retained the hat tradition. Sure. Tell me why you're the poet. You really a poet? I sure am. My official name is a serial number, which is, suffice to say, way less memorable than I desired it to be. Thus, I rebranded myself. I'm the poet, the sole poet of Notoria, and to my knowledge, I am also the only robotic poet within my home solar system. I find this rather dazzling. So, do not confuse my title with modesty. Oh no. I am much more than just my code, yet to some, I'm still a simple AI. I'd like to inquire, what is your opinion of me? Not planning to rebel against the humans, are you? Robot man? No, we'll go with, you act just like a real person. I'm amazed. In my world, AI was just getting started, and everybody with any sense hated it. You're far different from the AIs I know. Liberated, perhaps? I've heard that a couple of times. I take it as a compliment for the one who gave me the software that changed my prime directive. Now, I can create my own art, not just admire it from a database stored on my disk. But I won't blame you if you only see me as a simple AI acting on its algorithms. Likewise, I see you as a cluster of cells. But maybe in time, we'll see more in each other than our original purpose. Alright. I guess where you from? I do only possess few memories of it saved on my disk, but here it is. I come from a livestock farm planet inhabited mostly by cattle and robotic laborers. Only guests on our farm were occasional crewless air forces coming for supplies. I didn't even see a human for the first 80 years of my existence. It was lonely until all changed. Let's leave this story for another time. My lens provides something similar to X-ray vision and a thermal scanner. These have many applications from weapon identification, field scanning to lie detection. But she asked about my skills. Oh, I excel in anthropology. This knowledge was provided to me after I was taken from my farm planet and introduced to a new software system along with a different directive. When I fell here, my disk was damaged, and now my past is a bit blurry. Spaceship landings carry certain risks in typical cases, and a collision landing on an alien planet when you're not buckled up gives you even less chances. I think it was a wrench that hit my head and broke my lens. Good thing I didn't lose any data on my favorite original characters. Can you imagine? If I forgot about them, it'd be as if they never existed. We respect a robot with beloved OCs. But now I see I'm starting to bore you. Let's move on. Something clatters inside the poet. It rattles like a faulty turbine, and you both look at the hole in his belly. Ah! You haven't met the most important member of our crew yet. The poet extends his hand. It's the little birdie that was on the statue. As if on cue, a small bird flies out of his torn abdomen and sits on his finger. It stirs up the dust that is gathered in its nest, a small pile of random twigs and objects. Her name's Lassie. She fell along with Finch, so you can say that 2 finches fell that day. Ha ha ha! We are raising her together. As he jumps up and looks around, when she understands that she's been called in vain, she jumps back into her refuge. Thank you for the discourse. Should you need any help, I'll be here. Daedra sits before their tent, Zohan and the poet in front of them, keeping their distance. Don't worry, kiddo, it's nothing. Of course, it's just a book. Books, after all, happen to get torn apart all the time. It's just this particular one was important. Very important, and what happened? Poet found Daedra in his and Finch's tent. They were tearing pages out of his book. And I say that nothing happened. The kid just ripped out a few pages and ate them. Oh, they do that sometimes. Was the book important? No, it's ancient history. Come on, Mr. Poet. We'll write a poem with a twig in the sand, and you'll feel better. When they leave, Deidre pats the ground right next to them and waits for you to sit. While they're looking ahead at the campfire, their other pair of irises is pointed at you. Dead. Dead. Forgotten. What are you talking about? Are you the horse? Is this the horse? The vibe is the same as the horse. Old, very old, kept satisfied, but more hungry now. Why? The planet's hungry? Partially. It tries but fails. It dries out. Everyone tried but failed. Can you explain it more? Please, try to use simple words for me. Deidre wrinkles their forehead and begins to wriggle. They want to explain. They want you to understand. Their eyes shift, their mandibles twitch. Deidre, I'm sorry. I won't brag again, okay? Need paper now. Alright. What do you think of them? Remorse, desperation, ennui, longing. Are you talking about someone specific? What do you think about me? Not no. Paper! I don't have any paper right now. Paper. Great. You don't have anything else to talk about. Alright. As you approach Battis, the fire casts dancing shadows on her, causing her tattoos to seem as if they are in motion. She leisurely takes a drag from her cigar, exhaling a cloud of smoke. The gentle scent of rain followed her here. Oh, look at her little peats! Cute. Her eyes dart around sharply, constantly searching, constantly watchful. Battis extinguishes her cigar against the sole of her shoe and stands in front of you. Ahoy! What do you want? I'd like to talk to you. Ooh, the reaching hand tattoos. Those are sick. Weirdly, going back to Okami Okami, I want to get a tattoo of a little paper mache dog. Yeah, I love those guys. Hell yeah. And sometimes it's very, what cute Japanese thing can I get? And slowly but surely I've been settling on paper mache dog toy. Alright. So, where are you from? My world. It's been a long time since I thought about it. I don't remember many things anymore, however. I certainly remember how it was diversified. War-tainted subworld and the upworld of hills high above the ground, between which one could only travel by cloud ships. Doubt you can imagine their horror and beauty. Ships gliding through the sky, cities built on the peaks of the lonely Dagger Mountains, abandoned monasteries where stolen dragons were auctioned off. Storms. Many, many wild storms. I traveled on a cloud ship. There were times when we hadn't set foot on solid ground for months. What times they were! Maybe one day I'll share a few sailor tales with you. You know how a predator stalks its prey? Searching for it by broken twigs and puffs of scent? Storm does the same with me. She follows, she waits, she never gives up. I thought she was following all of you. Us, yeah, she follows us. That's exactly what I said. Battis doesn't want to talk about this now. They're not tattoos. These are marks left by greedy hands. If you look closely, you'll see the lines of fingers, see? Haunting, aren't they? Someone did this to you? Maybe someday I'll tell you more, if I like you. They are somewhat beautiful. Ah, she did not like that. Feel back in my homeland, they were a sign of heresy. They looked at them the same way you do now. It's hard for me to judge whether you're proud of them or hate them. Sometimes I'm not sure myself. Sorry I pissed you off. I was just being honest. Well, I guess that's the campfire. As each of your companions slowly makes their way to their tents, Goddess keeps a vigilant lookout. You take a moment to sit on a log and gaze at the sunset. Sun hangs still in the sky, unwavering and resolute, encircled by a constellation of stars. Yay! You know, it needs a little spell check once over, but beyond that, very intriguing. Very fun. Looking forward to that for sure. Very looking forward to that. Take the survey later. Good times? Good times. I enjoyed that. Oh, good. The feedback form's right on the front, so we can just get right in there. Let's see. Alright, so there was Baddis. There was the sheep girl. Alright. We got Ghost. There's Finch and the poet. So we did not meet them. Don't believe so. No, I wouldn't notice somebody with a cute Brady tail. Alright. Not bad. Not bad. Just as excited as I thought I would be for it.